Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I am so excited. Today it is all about color. Can you see how excited I am? It is all about color. Color for your videos that you're shooting, whether with your phone or a DSLR or maybe professional gear. Color plays a big impact into the visuals that are going on. So again, hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Vanessa Lane. This is Video Tips with Vanessa, and today is Theatrical Thursday, and so I thought, what was theatrical, more theatrical than color? I'm the new CCO of Girls on Fire, and of course, I'm the founder of View It, Do It. And if you like what you see, I want you to push the little heart button, and please feel free to push this out to all of your friends as well, and thank you so much for watching. Again, let's get right into it. It is all about color. Have you noticed in general, when you're shooting pictures of yourself or others, what really stands out in your mind? Sometimes it's the setting, sometimes maybe it's an object. Sometimes though, it's color, either the lack of color or emphasis on color. It really just plays with our emotions. Have you ever thought about it that the red kind of makes us feel a little bit agitated or a little bit angry? Or did you know it actually raises your blood pressure? It really does. My husband thinks it definitely raises mine. So I try not to use red so much, maybe a little bit of pink. And blue sometimes feels kind of sickly, a little cold, maybe a little withdrawn. And if you notice that doctors often have a nice calming color. They usually have some sort of muted green because it keeps us nice and even. So color plays a big impact into your video. And did you know that there are free things that you can do at home to manipulate the color for your videos that you're shooting with your phone? So let's first talk about the outside. Because the outside, you're like, okay, wait, you're talking about the outside. How am I supposed to manipulate the color outside? Because the sun gives us one color. Not really. Have you ever heard of the golden hour? That beautiful time of day when the sun is setting and everything has got that nice, warm, beautiful glow. And most women especially love this time of day. Do you know why? Because what it does, because it's nice and soft, and because of the warm, glowing nature, it helps remove some of those dark circles and some of those, wrinkles that us 40-plus-year-olds have. And it makes everything kind of look just beautiful and flowing. And you'll notice that especially when you're doing your wedding shots, that's the time of night that the photographer really wants to go out. Now, 3 o'clock, on the other hand, is very, very bright. Usually the sun is at its highest, it's very direct, and it's extremely harsh. So you want to pay attention to what the lighting is doing to your phone and to your face. If it looks bright, if you're getting lots of shadows, move underneath maybe a tree. Move to a different place where the light is reflecting onto your face. I did a shot with my husband and Brandy Holloway with Girls on Fire in the Phoenix Factory yesterday, and it was bright. It was really, really bright outside. It was 2 p.m. and it was so hot I was thinking there's no way. But we went underneath the shade of a tree and there was still a little bit of light coming through and a beautiful, beautiful wind that was going through with our hair, and every once in a while the wind would move the trees and you would get glimmers of light on our face. So pay attention to what the light is doing with your camera and your phone, and you move with it. Now, there's some other things that we can do, like reflectors outside, but we're going to talk about that next week, I think. And this is just a little bit of tea. So think about reflection. Think about reflectors. So outside, think about the time of day, because that changes the color. The lighting changes the color in the scene. Now, we're going to move inside now because that's where I am. I'm in a studio, and I've got lots of lights around me. I've got a light for the green screen. I've got a light for me. And you're thinking, okay, I've just lost at this point. How do I change the color inside? You can now, number one, you can change your background, and you can change you. It's two separate things. Now, light bounces off everything. Everything. It will bounce off a wall and hit your face. So Sarah Gaynor with Relentless Chiropractic, if you're watching, girl, you stand really, really close to the wall, and then the light bounces off the wall and hits you, and it even brightens you even more. Now there's a couple big tricks here. you can use a little bit of diffusion. And I'm going to throw that word out again. Hear that? Diffusion. How can we do that and what is it? Diffusion makes everything spread out. And how can we do that at home for free? For free and change the color of the room, change the color of the backdrop, or can change the color of us. Well, if you have a light like I do, or several lights like I do, you can put anything over that light. You can put paper over that light, you can put bed sheets over that light, and it will change the color that's coming through onto your face, onto the background. You can even invest in something like this. This is $12 off of Amazon. They're little gels you can place in front of your lights, but you can do this for free. If you've got, like I do, I've got purple bedding that's really, really sheer, and I throw it over my lamps at Halloween because the light in my lamp is incandescent, kind of creamy colored, and it bursts through that bright purple sheet, and then it makes the room kind of weird and spooky for Halloween. My kids love it. You can also do that with black sheets, but you can do it with red sheets and make your room kind of pink, blue. So you can change the room in general, or you can point your light at your background to give a little pop of color from the background. Remember, we talked about three-point lighting. Where can we find a difference in the room so you're pulling yourself out of the background, right? Pulling yourself away from the background. What did I do today? Have you noticed? Look at me. Have you noticed what's going on? My shirt is bright pink. I did it deliberately. This is my pop of color. I want you focused right here on what I'm saying, and everything else is kind of that cool office color. Now, again, we talked about throwing something over lights. You can also bounce lights. Bounce, and that's called reflectors. Now, most people think, oh, you mean it's that big thing that the photographers bring around and I have to bring it with me when I'm going outside? No, no, no. Did you know that anything can be a reflector? A piece of paper can reflect. You can hold it or put it next to your light and it will reflect the light. You can do that with poster board. Again, you can do it with a bed sheet. Anything can be used as a reflector to change the light in the room. Again, we can change the background and we can change us. Now, if you want to invest in something, because we talked about lights, we talked about investing down the road for you. Again, thinking 365 days a year, if we divide maybe a $50 light by 365 days, it's not so expensive then. Now, look at this. This is one type of light. Woo! This is a light, a special light, and look at all the colors that this light, let me get the right direction. If this is red, and then I'm going to turn it, and there's blue, and there's purple. I'm yellow, like a lemon head, I'm yellow. So there's all different lights, and every single light kind of makes the scene feel a little bit different. There are different types of lights. Again, this one, but this one, and like that one that you turn to make the colors different, this one, I can change the colors by just popping on new fronts, basically. It's got blue, it's got white, which is clear, it's got green, it's got red. So there are different options that are paid. But remember, use what you have at home. Use tissue paper, use a piece of paper that's colored, use bedding, anything you can to put over your light, to reflect the light. Remember, your things you have in your house are your friends. And why do we do this? Color brings a lot of emotion. It's a focal point. Maybe you, again, you want just the background to be lit. Maybe you want the soft pink. Or maybe you want a soft blue color. And maybe you want to stand out with some sort of bright color on your shirt. Or maybe it is a Halloween time and maybe you want to bring some attention to your face like I've done in the past, where it's red and you want to focus and show the difference in your face. So there are some things to play with. Again, it's just about trying, trial and error. Don't be afraid to put something up and see, does it work? Nope, doesn't work, we're going to try something else. Pull something else up, does it work? Nope, nope, we're going to go with something else. But remember, color is your friend. Either the absence of color or the addition of color, again, is all your friend. So I talked about three things, remember? I talked about background color, talked about color for me. There's a third one. What's the third one? See this? It's a red apple. And that's what I want to talk about, is adding things to the scene deliberately that you want to draw attention to, both in the front and in the back. And if I bring it too far front, of course the apple is going to be out of focus, but I want to show you really up close and personal. If you brought something like this, it's going to be quite striking in a room. And if the room was completely white, again, the focus would be all on the red apple. So think about what's in the room. Think about what you're positioning in the room, and thinking about what you want to draw attention to. Do I want to focus on the apple, or do I want you to focus on me about what we're talking about with color? So again, those are some things to play with. Again, remember, color is your friend. You try things out. If it doesn't work, try something else. But again, it just adds a different element. It adds an emotion to it. It adds just some things for your eyes to watch and to catch on to, because there's a reason to do it. Don't just think you're putting color on just to put color on. There's always a reason to do it. You want to draw focus. You want to draw emphasis. You want to make sure that what you have to say is coming across, and color is a great way to do that. Again, what did we talk about today? We talked about color, the color outside. Remember, golden hour is the beautiful hour. Ladies, if you want to photograph yourself, if you want to video yourself, man, it helps getting rid of all these wrinkles that I have at 40 plus old. And then and then if you're inside, think about what you can wrap around your light. Think about tissue paper, bedding. Think about the reflectors that you can use to make the light bounce onto your face, to bounce onto the background. And then lastly, think about the color that you can add to objects in the room to bring emphasis. So there's a couple things. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the hearts. Thank you for pushing this out to everybody. I really greatly appreciate it. Again, I'm Vanessa Lane, Video Tips with Vanessa. This has been Theatrical Thursday. I've got just a couple announcements real quick, just a couple. Tomorrow is Fire Day. Woohoo! Fire Day with Brandy Holloway, Holla, with the Phoenix Factor and Girls on Fire, and Shay Rowbottom. Let me see. If you haven't seen Shay, she is one of the most amazing LinkedIn video creators in general that I have seen online. She makes it happen in a big way, very engaging, very funny. She gets her point across very quickly. She's going to be live with us tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be live until 1:45. Please jump on Girls on Fire, the Facebook page, or on YouTube, Girls on Fire, and watch it. We're going to be looking for your questions that we know that you want to ask her, and we're going to ask them all live. The other thing is this Sunday, the 23rd, content creation webinar, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Again, Brandy Holloway, Holla, and I are going to be walking you through how to create content, get this, 365 days of the year. What? Are we nuts? I know, we're nuts. We're nuts. We're going to walk you through all the holidays, about the difference between posts and blogs and audio files and video files and live, making sure that you are set 365 days a year. And then also, if you are a realtor, put the real back in real estate. June 27th, again, June 27th, which is next week, we're going to have a special meeting up in Newport News just for you. Again, helping you with that content creation, helping you with video, helping you with live, and we're going to do it face to face. You don't want to miss that. And then our biggie, July 9th, we kick off with our 6-week summer social media series. Boom! We're going to help you every week for 6 weeks straight. Plan content for your branding. You name it, we're going to do it live, video, posts, Canva, LinkedIn, Facebook, Insta Stories, Facebook Stories. We've got you covered. And get this, you don't have to be anywhere because it's all going to be live. You can be on the beach sipping your margarita, sipping your glass of wine, as Brandy likes to do, and we're going to be with you live. And get this, if you're not there live, just request the recording for us, and we're happy to send it to you for you to re-watch. Again, today has been all about color, right? How to add color into your video. What's the effect it has on it? Adds a little bit of emotion, adds a little bit of drama, adds a focus and an emphasis. And remember what I said, the outside, golden hour, the inside, think about reflectors and diffusion, all the things you can do right from your home. And again, I'm Vanessa Lane, Video Tips with Vanessa. This has been Theatrical Thursday, and tomorrow is Fire Day with Shay Rowbottom. You don't want to miss it. Until then, I'm going to see you and Shay and Brandy tomorrow. See you soon. Bye.